I could rant here for days and days about what a narcissist is, what the red flags are to look for. Call them out on their bullshit, blah blah blah. It's at this point it's so easy to manufacture all this because it's through my experiences. But ultimately, what has been reflected back to me through my time with narcissists in relationships has reflected back to me my upbringing, um, my codependency issues that I've been working through based on my conditioning going all the way back to childhood. It's not just like I appeared this way and this is, all of a sudden I'm just attracting narcissists for just no reason whatsoever. It's it doesn't work like that. Um, it's a cause and effect. It's a yin and yang. It's now that I have these experiences, I can see the whole game, the whole process, almost like that now, after years and years of being with people who are narcissistic, and and in that space, like all the dysfunction that I see now was just normal for me then. That was just the way it was. It was always me giving more, always giving, and just that's just what I do. That's just a big part of who I am. That's how I was raised. That's what I observed in childhood, was just how to give and keep giving. And I've always had that long-term perception of, like, that's a good thing. Giving is a good thing, and it is a good thing. But if you're over giving, and it's almost like toxic giving, where it's just as bad as taking too much. It's just as bad as, you know, as that. So it's just as out of balance when you're a toxic giver, and it's just like, oh yeah, there's no reciprocity. I don't even expect reciprocity from somebody when I'm in a situation, or when I'm in a relationship or an interaction. It's just expected to me to give and shine my light and be who I am. And those are all well and good, but no one no one handed out like the red flag cards to say, hey, but do all that, and that's a great thing to do, but you're going to also attract vampires to you who are going to leech your light. These narcissists need supply from someone because they themselves cannot self-regulate their own emotions. So they're always reaching through external sources, people, particularly empaths and people who are sensitive and people who are givers. By nature, they are drawn to them like a moth to a flame because they need that supply, because they feel like they cannot regulate those processes within themselves, utilizing whatever they need to do inside work. It's all, and this is, it's all exterior, and are always, that's why their facades are so grand, and everything's bright and shiny on the outside, but dark and twisted on the inside. Once you're able to, cut through the facade and really see the person for what's going on inside. But back to what I was saying, it's more about what's going on with me and how the things that I need to correct. It's not that these people are just like, gratuitous monsters and they do this because they want to hurt people, and some might, but I don't really think that that's all the story. But it all goes back to me. It's my responsibility to have boundaries and self-love and self-respect, to the point where it's, people can come and people can go. It doesn't matter. I'm secure. Part of that is when I was a kid, just constantly trying to make somebody happy, to get that attention, that validation. And when you're around somebody like that a lot in your childhood where you can't get that from, you grow with that into adulthood, and that can affect you in negative ways. that you just perceive as normal because it's been so automatic. So again, these things all go back to me. What am I allowing? What, are my boundaries intact enough? Are they wide enough? When you start seeing these red flags, am I calling them out? When my intuition is screaming, am I listening to it, or am I turning the other cheek? And I choose to look at the good part of somebody, even though they have a monstrous red flag here and a monstrous red flag there, and they might have like 20% of some sunshine over here. I'm just trying to focus on that 20% sunshine on somebody and giving the benefit of the doubt too much. And these are things I need to work on, and it all goes back to me. And you are responsible for this too. I am responsible for this. It's just that's what it all comes back to. I don't even blame the narcissist. I'm a lot of ways grateful for the experiences I've had, because now that I can see it for what it is, realize my gifts and my light, and still be able to shine it, but be more discerning when it comes to interacting with certain people who I don't want their karma. I don't want, their unregulated stuff that they're looking to leech from me to help self-regulate. That's something they need to work on their own. I need to be more protective about those things that radiate from me. So I hope this helps you out. Love you. Take care.